Hello everyone, my name is Muhammad Rifas Sirajudin Sugandi, major Informatica, class 15, 1A, 28. Today, I want to share my personal opinion about smoking on campus area. Many are for it and many are against it. But to structure my opinion, I'll try to analyze this issue using 6 key questions: what, why, who, where, when, and how. First, what is the big problem? For me personally, the problem isn't the smoking itself, but the smoke in public space. What the impact? Well, the smoke creates passive smokers. It disturbs comfort for other people and makes the air unclean. Second, why is this such a big problem, especially on campus? In my opinion, campus should be a zone for two things: health and intellectual pursuits. Activities that produce smoke and harm other healthy directly contradict those two values. Third, who is affected? Clearly, this isn't just about the smoker. Those most affected are non-smokers, other students in the park, lecturer walking by, other staff, even their own friends who are forced to inhale the smoke. Fourth, where? Ironically, I often see this happen in gathering areas like park, building corridors, or the cafeteria. There are the main place where people interact. If it were allowed, where should it be? Yes, it's a smoking area that is completely isolated away from main roads and appropriate. Fifth, when is this most destructive? Of course, during peak hour, break time, lunch hour, when many people are around. The final and important question: how do we find a solution? In my opinion, a complete ban might be difficult and might even encourage people to smoke secretly in restroom. The best solution is strict regulation. First, create very clear zoning. Second, provide isolated smoking areas so smokers' rights are also accommodated. Third, and this is the key, strict sanctions. Without sanctions, the rules are just written on a banner. In conclusion, I personally disagree with smoking in open public areas on campus. It's not about banning smokers' rights, but about protecting the rights of non-smokers. The solution isn't a total ban, but about fair and firm regulations, facilities, and sanctions. That's my opinion. What's yours? Let me know in the comment. Thanks for watching. Stay positive and be yourself. Hello everyone, my name is Muhammad Rifas Sirajudin Sugandi, class 115 1A 28, major Informatica. In the next few minutes, we will learn about an important foundation in English, which is question words. This is the basic material, but very crucial. Okay, let's start from the very basic. What are question words? As I've written on the slide, question words are words used to ask questions. Well, we have 6 question words. They are what, why, who, where, when, and how. We will start with the most common what. We use what to ask for a specific information about things, ideas, or activity. For example, what is in your bag? Asking about a thing. And what are you doing? Asking about an activity. And what is the problem? Asking about an idea or concept. Next is why. Why doesn't ask what, but asks about cause or reason. For example, why is it a problem? And why did you choose this measure? Asking for the reason behind of decision. And next is who. Who, this is very specific. Who is only used to ask about people as an subject of an action. For example, Who is your girlfriend? Or who crashed on this road? Both of these questions ask about the person as the main subject of the sentence. Next is where. We use where to ask about location, place, or position. For example, where is the library? Asking about the location. And where should I go to meet the principal? And next is when. When is a question word that focuses on time. It can mean an hour, day, date, year, or specific moment. For example, when is the deadline? And when will you go? They all ask about time. Okay, now this is the last of the 5 why and 1 h, which is how. How doesn't ask about object, people, or place, but rather asks about manner, condition, or quality. For example, how are you today? Asking about condition. And how does it work? Asking about a method or process. And because how is so flexible, it is many variants of how. Like how many for countable quantities, like example, how many books, and how much for uncountable quantities. Example is how much water, and how often for frequency, and how far for distance. Okay, the main 5W and 1H are complete, but there are a few additional important question words. First, which is similar to what, but with a key difference. It used when we ask for choice with limited or specific option. For example, which one do you want? Pasta or pizza? So, when the options are limited, we use which. And next is whose and whom. Whose used to ask about ownership. For example, whose bag is this? And whom used to ask about a person as an object. For example, to whom did you give the book? In modern speech, whom is rarely used, but it's still important in formal writing. Okay, this is the summary. So, what is for things or ideas? Why for a reason or cause? Who for a person as a subject? And whom for person as an sub-object. And where for place or location? When for time? How for manner, process, or quality? Which for choice with limited options? And whose for ownership. Okay, we're done. And once again, I'm Muhammad Rifasi Rajudin Sugandi. Thank you so much for watching and listening. Stay positive and be yourself.